everyone, it's April here and welcome back to another video. Today I've got a speed paint which I haven't done for absolutely ages, so it's going to be a little bit different today. If you guys like these kind of videos, I am going to be doing more of them in the future, so stick around to see more. And today I'm working in the Talon's Art Creations book, I think it's called. I really like the sketchbook. Today we're doing a prompt madness video, so I have this app which I'll leave below. Martin made it for me and it's basically a really easy thing to use. You just press get prompt until you find a prompt you like. Normally I press it a few times, to be honest. And you can also press get material. I don't really do this anymore because I don't use any of these materials, but I did have them all on there. So if you want to use that app, I will leave the description in the link below. It's good if you don't have any ideas or you just want to draw something that you normally wouldn't. So I got Kettles and Teapots and I started drawing it out in my sketchbook here with this lovely light grey pencil until I realised you couldn't see what I was doing, so I skipped that part. These are actually already from images that I've drawn before, so I already have drawn all of these teapots in another sketchbook, and instead of going on Pinterest again and finding more kettles and teapots to draw, I literally just sketched the teapots from my other sketch. So I'm basically copying myself right now, which I think is fine. I chose this colour palette of kind of like pastel colours, so there's this minty green, like a lavender colour, and then later on I bring in like a peach and I think it's called flesh, which is like the grossest word for paint ever. These are the Holbein Acrylagouache, which I absolutely love. They're my favourite paints, and I haven't painted with these for so long, so it's really nice to get back into painting. I'm also watching Paranormal Activity, which obviously is like a very relaxing painting film to watch. Definitely would recommend it. I decided to use this ash blue, which is one of my favourite blues that I have for the background. I think it just makes everything pop, and I definitely spent so long doing this background. It was very fiddly. I used like 2 different brushes to get in all the little nooks and crannies there, and then I went in and did all the line work. So I kept this super simple. I didn't do any like other paint stuff. It's just kind of like flat paint with some line work on, which I really like. And I chose this pencil which kind of doesn't really match the background. I actually did end up finding another pencil that perfectly matched the background halfway through this, but it was too late by then. And I'm doing this first kettle at like real time, so you can see how slowly I draw, but then I end up speeding it up a little bit. Funny story, when I first edited this video, I actually edited it like so fast and the video would have been over by now. It was 2 minutes long. So because I haven't done editing for a speed video for so long, I definitely sped it up way too much and I would have been talking like really fast like this and you wouldn't have understood anything I said. But it's fine because I slowed it down a little bit. So this is probably my favourite one on the whole page. It's like one of those coffee cafetières, the French one. I don't know if that's what they're called, but it reminds me of when I used to work in this other job and there was this guy there called Sam and we became coffee buddies, and he was like such a coffee snob and he taught me all of the ways of the coffee, the temperature, how much time that coffee needed to be steeped for, all the different like fancy coffee brands and stuff. So every morning before work we would spend like 15 minutes in the kitchen making coffees for every single person, like 15 coffees, and it was really fun and a nice little way to procrastinate before you started the day. So I decided to go back in with some coloured pencil and add a little bit of shading because I thought it looked a little bit dark. So I basically just found some like the same colours that I had in my coloured pencils, which are the Polychromos, Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils, and added a little bit of shading, but I didn't want to go too crazy on this. I wanted to keep it like super simple and graphical. And then I was thinking of using some lighter colours for some highlights, so bringing in some yellows and some blues in the end. And then here is the absolute best part of the entire spread, all the smoke. So I really wanted to do all of these wispy like smoked tendrils like going up the page, and I thought that'd be really fun. I did start doing it in coloured pencil, but it just wasn't as bold as I wanted. So I go back to the old jelly roll, which I haven't used the jelly roll for ages. I used to use it quite a lot when I did like watercolour or more kind of like ink work, and I would use the gel pens for highlights, but I haven't used it for ages. And this gel pen, like the gel pen on the paint doesn't really, it's not very smooth, you can't really get a very bold colour, but I think for this it was really cool because it gives you a lot of really nice texture in the smoke. And I ended up, I don't know if I went a little bit overboard with the smoke. I do think with things like this you can definitely take it too far and make the page too busy, but I think I got a nice balance and I really like how it ended up. The only thing that's annoying is sometimes I didn't go over the pencil lines, so in the end when I show you the page you can kind of see like the faint pencil lines in the background, which maybe I'll cover with paint after this video, but to be honest I probably won't because I'm too lazy. And then I just used a little bit of extra paint to fix up some of the teapot lids. And now I'm looking at those brown teapots thinking that brown really isn't a good colour. So I actually ended up painting over with I think it's ash green. I'm not sure, but it's one of the like kind of grey greens. And when I was painting the brown and the blue, I kind of knew that I was going to be doing this in the future. I don't even know why I bothered going over with the pencil, to be honest, because I knew I was just going to paint over it because those colours just really didn't go together. And this is the final spread, and funny story, the only shot which is done in the daytime. So I ended up painting over with the green, going back over and putting all the pencil marks in and everything and calling it a day. So I really enjoyed doing this spread and I love how it turned out. Let me know if you like it and if you like tea or coffee the best. And that's all for me today. I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.